Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're continuing the Better Red Than Dead mission in Tropico 6. We've set up quite a large city on several islands. And in the last video, we just placed our first tourist port. So we're going to go into building tourist entertainment and buildings and started to make money off the tourists. Our industry right now is pretty good. We have pretty good standing with the superpowers. And now that I'm looking, I can ask for financial aid from both of them. So we'll do that right now. And all right, let's get started with our first tourist buildings. All right, so you can find the tourist buildings here under tourism. And they're all going to need to be unlocked. So I do this sort of sparingly. I definitely want to get a hotel and probably a motel. Those are going to be the best ones to get that hold the most people. It's going to be a slow going to start because you're going to start getting kind of how we got immigrants into Tropico. We're going to start slowly getting tourists onto the island. So we also want to put some smaller tourist items such as the cabin, which I believe is just a one room item. So one guest, one family. 2 rooms for the beach villa. And then you also kind of want to look, if you're hurting for cash, you want to kind of pay attention to how much they're going to cost to unlock. And then also how much they're going to cost to build, and just make sure you have that available, which we obviously do. We're doing pretty good on money. The ethnic enclave is more of a fun thing to do. It doesn't house people. It's more of a fun thing to do for tourists. And so is the ancient ruins tourist office. Well, that's not really fun, and the souvenir shop, scenic outlook. Those are more of like entertainment things for tourists. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get the cabin and the hotel and the motel for now, and maybe the enclave as well. So let's start with, don't necessarily need a road out here, but it's not going to hurt. So when you're placing tourist decorations, you definitely want to keep in mind the beautification of the area, because if they're in an area that's kind of ugly or polluted, tourists aren't really going to want to go there and visit. So you'll have a harder time attracting tourists unless you start to beautify sort of the areas that you want them to travel in. So I'm going to start by placing a couple of these little parks. And if you want to change the parks, each park has like 2 different options. So you can hold down the Alt key and scroll with the mouse scroller. And you can change the parks that way. So now that we got those, go back to the tourism. I'm going to place one hotel here. And I kind of like to zoom in and try to see where the front of the hotel is and have it kind of facing nicely where I want it to face. And there we go. That's going to be a nice little entrance for each of our hotels. I want to put a couple cabins out here, maybe on the beach. Couple on this side, couple on that. I can't fit that there. Put 1 on that side. I'll put 3 on this side. I want to grab the souvenir shop and just have them able to come in here and get some souvenirs to take home with them. The enclave, I want to put... I guess I'll stick this over here on the beach. No, I don't want that there. I'll just put it over here. Somewhere. There's fine. All right, so for now, one motel. Let's stick one motel over here. And we'll stick it behind this hotel, facing the other way. And while we're at it, we'll give them something nice in the front of their area as well. There we go. All right, so that's good for now. And I'm going to wait for these to get built. We'll hit play. And while those are getting built, I'm just going to double check what's going on. We do need to build the childhood museum still and a mausoleum. So, and they want us now to build a golf course for the capitalists, which would be a nice little entertainment thing. So did I build... Okay, I have the childhood museum going up over here. I kind of want to cancel that, and I want to put that closer to our tourist area because that could be a nice little tourist spot for them too. So I'm going to stick it right over here. Childhood museum's going to go right around here. Mausoleum's going to go kind of in that area as well, if I can fit it. Yeah, I'm going to stick it over here. And then we also have a nice area where we can build the ancient ruins. You can only build ancient ruins where there is already ancient ruins. So as you can see, it snaps right there. If I want to put it over here, it's red, but it snaps right on top of that. So we'll build that, and this will be a nice little area for our tourists. And I can actually, I might want to move the lumber mill a little bit so it's slightly farther away. I'm just going to put that there. And also the coconut harvester, I want to move that also. Maybe over here. So we can make this a little entertainment hub right in this corner. I might move the logging camp as well. Over here. All right, so we've got lots of buildings prepared to get built. I've gone through quite a lot of money to get this stuff placed down. And now I'm just going to wait. I'm going to speed this up so we can start getting, let's check our trades. Make sure we got all the trades set up to go. We do not. So let's export some gold. Some leather. We just started making oil, so we can export oil. I'm already doing that. Cocoa, banana, gold, and leather. So let's do an oil trade. Planks I'm using for boats, so I don't want to do that. Wool. I don't think I'm using wool for anything right now, so we can do that trade. I'm not creating furniture yet, but that's actually a good one to kind of set up. We can work on getting the furniture set up right now. They also use planks, I believe. Let's check. Okay, so that's going to be an industry. Furniture is right there. Yes, they use planks. So that's going to compete with the shipyard a little bit for resources. Now that we moved on to the next era, as you can see, we got some more industry stuff opened up for us that we can use. The chocolate factory is a good one to open up that uses cocoa and sugar, which is also kind of going to compete with the rum distillery for the sugar. So you want to make sure you have enough sugar being created if you plant that down. Furniture factory. Jewelry is actually a really good one because I'm going to do that right now because it uses gold to make jewelry. And I want to place it kind of close to here, but not on this island because this island has been created for sort of like a poor area. So I want to stick it kind of over here. Oh, actually, let me double check.
Number one sign of being a spy is voting against El Presidente in an election. Do not make this fatal mistake, citizens.
Where do I want you? I don't really want you over there. Yeah, I'm going to stick it over here. Jeweler. And we'll just do the one for now. I might add a second one if it starts going really well. And I want this on high priority build. Something also that has opened up is more options to upgrade some of these buildings. So with the tobacco, we can now increase the efficiency by 50%, which is a great one. But to do all of them, which we have 4 buildings, is going to cost 16,000, which is about quite a chunk out of our current treasury here. But increasing the efficiency is very tempting. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that's going to be the only upgrade I do for now. And let me just go through and look and see what other stuff we can upgrade real quick for the future. Oh, we can finally build a hospital. Lots of things to build now, so I really want this money coming in. Our expected revenue next time with this boat here is 65,000. And there we go. Yep. We actually got 77,000. And a couple of our trades went. So let's add some more trades really quickly. I believe we are creating canned goods. So let's do canned goods. And let's see, I have 3 of these and 3 of those. So I kind of want to keep it even. We can do cigars here. Maybe we'll do mid-level cigar trade. Let's see, rubber, rum. Yeah, we can do rum. Let's make sure we're not already doing rum. Yeah, okay, let's do a mid-level rum trade. Okay. And yep, we got all our trades. Now we have $76,000 to sort of make sure we have all of our... Oh, okay. Spy Academy. Spy Academy is another building that can do raids. So if you go here and check out Spy Academy, we have new heists that we can do. Coliseum, the overall happiness of citizens only takes into account their food and fun happiness. This is huge for happiness. I generally go with this one. This one, citizens will visit faith buildings more often. Which I don't really care about. That's going to take them away from work. It's just going to increase their faith happiness, really. This one, Tropican spacecrafts are imposing and awe-inspiring. Tropico neighbors gain increased respect for the nation that launches large rockets over their heads. Decreases Caribbean happiness by 5. Yeah, so that's kind of sort of worthless to me also. So I am going to go with this one. And then there's the Sphinx and the... Let's just check those out for fun. Mystery of Sphinx increases tourist happiness ratings, provides fun. So that doesn't really do anything. Okay. Immigrants arriving on Tropico are 100% happy to start with. So that's kind of meh. Okay, so yeah, always go with this one. I do anyways. I think that's probably the best one to go with. So I'm going to start that right away. And then I'm going to double check. So we still have the intimidate neighbors on repeat, which is great because that is going to keep our... Oops, where is it? Almanac, excuse me. Almanac. The happiness. So that's going to keep the Caribbean happiness down for us so that we don't have to work so hard to keep our own people happy. Which is fantastic. Okay, let's hit play. National Bank. I'm still trying to research that. So if I grab a state loan, I can spend $5,000 to get an extra $5,000 every time I take a state loan, which isn't terrible because it's a permanent effect. And let's see if I can take a state loan. Yep, I can. And there we go. Look at, we've got lots of people homeless right now. So I may want to start building some homes because they're going to be a little bit unhappy with that. Golf course. We need to build a golf course.
Rumors suggest that you have been my ally for some time. Though, who believes rumors?
Okay, this is Vlad Orlov introducing himself. All right. So the military leader wants us to produce uranium. So uranium is something that we're going to probably produce anyways. It's a pretty good item to trade. I think the price is, well, let's check it. I'm just going to hit accept.
Good morning, Presidente. Today's code is... Oh, we no longer have need of spy codes. So sad, but the party is correct.
Okay, so on to the main quest. They're eventually going to have us demolish a bunch of our buildings, and I'm going to accept it for now. But I don't want to start doing that until I am secure in...
The of the party has invited me to help improve the lives of the comrades, Presidente. It is my dream come true. We must start with jobs.
I'm going to discard that because I don't really need 2 free radio stations. So anyways, I don't want to start demolishing buildings until I'm secure in the industry, in the treasury, and how much money's coming in. Because it could start to affect the industry depending on what they want us to demolish. So we're going to build up before we tear down. So let's see. Okay, we're still waiting on some of these to get built. That's a lot of cash to increase the efficiency by 20%. I will do that at some point, but I'm going to wait because we have a lot of stuff to build. Mine, we want to check out where the uranium is, and I'm going to zoom out. Uranium is, there's some over there. There's some, perfect. This is like an entire mining. And the uranium, as you can see, it doesn't show up until you actually move into this era. Let me just make sure what era we're in. The Cold War era. So that's when the other types of resources show up. Such as, I think, well, maybe uranium is the only one. Nickel we had. So yeah. Then I think maybe aluminum will be in the next one. I believe, because I think that's the only one we don't. Oh no, we do have some right there. Look at that. And of course, I've built over it like a dummy. So this is going to be tricky. I want to mine the nickel. Which means I'm going to have to move all these buildings somewhere and still keep all these people happy. So I could probably move this guy over here in the back. church. That's going to be a bit more tricky. Some of the houses. They're going to be rough too to move. So I'm just going to find wherever these can fit. Try to get them out of the way. So now I'm going to move all the way over here somewhere. I should have space over here somewhere for this. All right, we'll stick you there. This one is going to be the big problem.
Our beloved El Presidente could never die. So please take flowers to the newly constructed mausoleum today to show our love for our immortal leader.
We did it, Presidente. Every comrade has enough
Okay,
to
mausoleum
fulfill
just
their
got
needs,
built.
and
All right, so that's going to be... It's kind of a bummer. I have to move that. Now let's see if we can leave. We can still get some mines in here. Well... You can get one mine in here. All right, I'm going to move this again. I'm going to move that over there, and we're going to have to build a substation at the edge here of this. I'll stick you right there. Quick build. Okay. All right, let's try the mine again. Maybe I can get it in here this way now. Okay, yes, I can. One there. And one there. Okay. So I'm satisfied with that. That'll do. We're having a problem getting some iron in. Let's check out what's going on with the iron mines. So they are producing iron. It's just not getting over here as quickly as we need it. So this tells me it is probably time to build some more teamsters offices. And this is a tight squeeze. I'm going to put 2 on this island and maybe a couple more over here on this big main island. Or maybe over here. We have no workers in the prison, and yet we have prisoners. I'm going to change this to convict labor so I can start making money off of them. I'm going to bump up the budget one more, and let's go ahead and take that upgrade to find all the hidden roles of inmates' family members. All right, I'm going to upgrade all these so that they are less likely to catch fire. I can now increase the efficiency, but it's going to start using up power. I will go ahead and do that to all of them. Now I don't have the... it's going to cost 38,000. Okay, ooh, we just got a lot of money in. That's nice. Okay, so I will do all of them. And now that I did that, I just want to double check our power. We are negative power, so I'm going to bump up the budget, which is going to increase our power output. We can also add oil to produce power with oil. And now I am going to want to start building up some more power. It'd be nice if we had access right now to the wind turbines and offshore wind turbines, because those would create some natural power for us, but we don't get that until the next era. I could do nuclear. So since we are starting to produce uranium, we could add a nuclear power plant. Yeah. So let's see if we can. That's gonna, as soon as I unlock this, it's going to eat up all of my money. So for now, I want to build another regular power station. If I can fit that here, it would be so lovely, but I don't think I can. I don't think it's gonna fit. That is a bummer. Let's see. I could put it over here. And let's put that on high priority. I am just going to, let's see, I don't think we're exporting cheese here, so we'll do 1 cheese and 1 coffee. All right, so let's see how our little tourist town is. Everything has gotten built, and we are slowly going to be getting tourists in. And this is definitely going to take a while. What you do want to make sure is that you have entertainment over here in this little section. So you can use some of these regular entertainment buildings, such as the tavern, and add a tavern here. We'll add a couple. I'm going to add a cocktail bar. And let's get those. Let's wait for those to get built. I can actually, these are pretty cheap. I can quick build that. So what you want to do if you're doing an area specific for tourists, and let me hit pause real quick. So if you want only the tourists to use this specific entertainment building, you can hit tourists only. And as you can see, the fee will increase. But only tourists are going to use this building instead of regular Tropicans. Like this person is just a regular Tropican. Okay. So it looks like we just got a boatload of tourists coming in. And boom, they're going to the hotel. That one's not full yet, but this one's pretty full. This one is starting to get a little bit full too. Let's see, these are all full. All right, so we're going to start making money off these guys. I'm going to hit tourists only here and tourists only here as well. If you want to have a specifically upper class area for tourists, you can change some of the work modes. So such as this one, you can only have rich visitors. This one will increase service quality by 5, but it will decrease the fee. So you're going to make a little bit less money off of that.
Spy cars, spy boats, spy scooters.
Okay, so this is in regards to the Spy Academy. We sent them out to get that, the Coliseum, I believe. So in order for them to finish that quest, we need to give them either cars or boats. I know that I'm creating boats, so I know that I can deliver boats. We're not yet doing cars, so if I were to select deliver cars, I wouldn't be able to give them the 80 cars unless I imported them or I started creating them on the island. So I'm going to do boats. And that should actually get done pretty quickly. So this is a nice one to grab for the Spy Academy, for the cocktail bar. An upgrade, one-way mirror increases the efficiency of the Spy Academy by 5%. So we can do this a couple times with different cocktail bars. All right, look, we just got this hotel almost full. So now that those are getting a little bit full, I can add more hotels. So I'm going to add a couple more on each side, maybe one more right there.
Are you suspicious about your neighbor? You should be. Traitors to Tropico lurk in every corner. Be vigilant. Report anti-Tropican behavior immediately.
So I want to add a snorkel bay because that's kind of like a fun thing for tourists to come out and do. I'll add a couple. Our population is getting to the max. I think that's why that turned orange. I'm going to quick build these. And just double check some of the work modes here. I want to do tourists only. And let's bump up the budget here. So hopefully we can get some workers in here pretty quickly because this is a popular little destination for the tourists.
Reporting in. The blockage has
Okay,
been flashed.
boats got delivered. So if I go to the raid screen, they're nearly finished with the Colosseum, stealing the Colosseum. So we can do one more trade. I want to double check how the powers are feeling about me. I can ask for financial aid from each of them. And even if I'm making good money, I will always ask for financial aid because the only downfall of that is that it lessens my standing with them for a short period of time. All right, this guy got built.
Agents in Rome have executed Operation Throw Lions.
Okay, so here's another...
But there is a hitch.
Yeah, so here's another Spy Academy Coliseum issue. And when you're trying to steal some of those big items, they always have like these little mini missions that you have to do to get it completed. So we either spend $2,000 or we deliver cars. Again, same issue. I don't have any cars. So I'm going to spend the $20,000 because I have it. And that should be the last item we have to do in order to get the Colosseum. It's okay. We're going to check the mausoleum here. Let's see. Okay, we do have to demolish some buildings soon. All right, so I can either let this proceed or I can have a convincing talk and that'll make this automatically finish, which I don't really need to use that right now. Well, of course, I could do the same. I don't think I want to build a golf course just yet, so why don't we just go ahead and do that.
Pleasure doing business with you, Presidente. And I can pay you back.
All right, so
Just a little mess.
I'm going to take the capitalist standing because we are doing real good on money. Hospital. I do want to build a hospital because I know that our healthcare is a little not great. And cathedral is another really good one to start building too. So, but before I do those, I do want to make sure that we are producing a good amount of electricity. So that is our surplus, 325 megawatts. So I want to try and make sure I don't go over that. So I'm going to do one hospital. I'm going to do that right here in the middle of everything. I want to do a cathedral and see if I can fit that. Yes, I can.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled.
Alrighty, I'm going to acknowledge that housing is not great. I am going to praise the environmentalists, perhaps, because they're not happy because this island is heavily industrialized. So I'm not going to blame anyone, and I'm not going to promise anything.
My Tropicans, my people, my children. Your prosperity is my honor. Your solidarity is my faith, and I gracefully accept your love. You are my Tropico. And what of my people? I feel your pain when your walls shudder and your roofs leak. Those of you who have roofs. But soon, roofs for all and walls for many. Let us speak of growth. For like a tenacious weed, Tropico must grow. And even weeds have friends. Friends of the earth herself. Their love of the green is a love we can all share. So vote El Presidente for the future that you deserve.
Our comrades rejoice in your support, Presidente. And of course, we all rejoice equally.
All right, I'm gonna take the standing. So, okay, now what I want to do is I want to start building some of these bigger items, like the vehicle factory, which is going to take steel and rubber. So I'm going to do that. I have rubber producing on this island. Steel is producing over here on this island. So I kind of want to put it in the middle. So I might try to put it right here if I can.
Wrote in asking, how do I know if my neighbor is a spy?
Yeah, I'm going to see if maybe I can put it right there.
Take no chances. Spy on everyone.
And yeah, I think that's all right. And what else do I want to do here? We've got the vehicle factory. I kind of wouldn't mind having a furniture factory. We can put that right there too. That's pretty small. This one uses oil to make plastic. I am going to do that, but I'm going to put it over here where we are producing oil. If I can fit this over here. Yeah, I can put that right there.
Presidente, the operation is a complete success. That paperweight on your desk, that is the real Colosseum. If you look closely, you may even see some surprised tourists still inside.
All right. We got the Colosseum. This one, I want to, I hope I can fit this here. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a real tight squeeze. I might move this road. No, okay, I don't have to. Cool. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to put a parking deck right here.
Say ciao to the new Coliseum of Tropico. Sophisticated animal shows for senators and more.
All right, so let's do a quick look in happiness. So the overall happiness now is only only takes into account their food and fun. So those are the only two items in this happiness list here that we have to really worry about now. Food and fun. So that's at 41. That's at 52. So we need to try to bump this up a bit. And now that we have some money and we have more fun items, we can start placing a lot more luxury entertainment, such as gourmet restaurants, nightclubs. Nightclubs is going to use some electricity. So does that. You can see this down here. When I hover over it, it's going to use 15%, or sorry, 15 electricity, 16 electricity. I believe that's accurate. 15, 16. Is that units? I believe it's units. When I place it, I'll take a look. Let's wait for some of these other buildings to start getting built and make sure those are really working well. Now this is an area we haven't gone into yet, and that's because in order to get there, I have to build a tunnel right through here. And that's really the only access point here for that. This area, we would have to build up kind of this way, around here, and around here. So that's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. I could try to build a tunnel through here as well, and that might work. So let me hit pause. Let's try to get some tunnels going and see if we can make that work. I also need to make sure it has road access as well. So I can put a tunnel here, and I'm going to have to flip this the other way. And perfect. So we have a tunnel going straight through this mountain. It's going to be difficult to connect this. I'm going to have to redo this road probably. Yeah, it's going to be a pain. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Kind of wonky. It's a little, sometimes the roads get a little funky. So now we can come over to this area and start building stuff over here as well. And they have access to it right through there. Same thing with this one. Let's put a tunnel in over here. And again, you have to turn the tunnel around for it to work properly. And there we go. And then just make sure the road is connected. Now this area, overlay, this area has iron, and it looks like that's about it for resources. So it's not super wonderful for the mineral resources. Crops could be better. It might be a good place to put some more crops. Possibly, like this area looks good for crops. Down here would be good for cocoa. Cocoa is also good over here. Tobacco in both places. Banana, kind of, both places. So if we need to, which we may need to start doing some more crops to supply some of our industry buildings, that's where we can expand to. Or if we want to add more industry buildings in general, that's a good place to go, because we are starting to get real tight right in here. So at least I have that opened up now, and I can, if I decide, I can move into that area. Maybe even we can do more tourists over there as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. In the next video, we're going to get into the main quest, and we're going to start going through the main quest in order to win the island. Okay, if you did like this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and I will see you guys next time.